Don't be doing all that. And I don't know if it's because he's a man, but he don't be doing all the extra falling out stuff with him.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter Iana Mayweather has spoken up about her father with details she admits she probably should not share. But in her own words, keeping quiet no longer helps anything, especially after her father's latest move where he claimed to own several buildings in Manhattan. That lie spread quickly not only on social media but also caught the attention of legal authorities who are now reportedly looking into Floyd's real estate holdings and financial activities.
The foundation of his claim, a reported $402 million real estate deal involving 62 rental apartment buildings in Washington Heights, Manhattan. Mayweather promoted the deal heavily, presenting as a symbol of his business savvy that public property records do not show Mayweather as full owner of the buildings. In fact, it appears he may only hold a minority stake in the investment.
The basis of his claim was a reported $42 million real estate deal involving 62 rental apartment buildings in Washington Heights, Manhattan. Mayweather promoted the deal heavily, presenting it as proof of his business skills. But public property records do not show Mayweather as a full owner of those buildings. In fact, it appears he may only hold a small share in the investment. According to Iana, the Floyd that fans love for his flashy style and undefeated record is nothing like the Floyd she knows in private. In her words, her father's need to dominate goes far beyond the boxing ring. She says he will go out of his way to show off his financial power in any room he walks into, even if he does not really belong there. It is not just about bragging. It is about presenting a version of himself that seems untouchable by problems, even when that image puts his own family at risk.
Boxing is your family business. Your dad, your uncle were pro boxers.
Yes.
And now your 4-year-old grandson.
Yes.
KJ, 4 years old, he's training with. He's cute. He's really cute.
Yes.
My hands are too little. That's amazing, huh?
I live for that young man.
Yeah.
I love him, my grandson.
And so your kids are not into boxing, right?
No, not at all.
To her, the lie about Manhattan is not just some random publicity move. It fits a larger pattern. Floyd has always felt the need to act like someone better, richer, smarter, and more untouchable than he really is. Iana says she has watched her dad avoid even the smallest sign of money problems, even when it meant making choices that hurt their relationship. According to her, Floyd would rather lose his family than let people think he did not have money.
Okay, well, we don't know. In the least amount of fights, I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
This isn't an exaggeration. History is littered with examples that back Yaya's claims. One of the most glaring was Floyd's response, or lack thereof, when Iana was arrested in connection to a violent altercation.
This is not an exaggeration. There are clear past examples that support what Iana says. One of the most obvious was Floyd's response, or lack of it, when Iana was arrested in connection to a violent fight involving her then-boyfriend rapper NBA Youngboy. Despite their rocky relationship, it was clear Floyd never wanted his daughter with the rapper. But when asked about it during a public interview, Floyd shifted the conversation and gave a vague answer, saying he supported them and just wanted what was best for his daughter.
And she's now pregnant, and
Yes.
people have been talking about it, and I've not even posted it on Hollywood Unlocked because I feel like I'd rather have the conversation with you. How did you feel about that?
I just want the best for my daughter. Always want the best. If that makes her happy, then we're happy. Me and her mother is happy. But what I try not to do is get in her personal business. Because once she's no longer under my roof, then you know what? It's between her and her better half.
Floyd did not post about her, not even once. At the same time, he kept posting his other children, like his son Karan, whom he proudly showed during boxing training sessions. His followers began to notice the online silence around Iana. That silence was loud enough to suggest he was pulling away, creating distance between his shiny public image and his daughter's legal troubles. The same man who once spent more than $1 million on Iyanna's Sweet 16 party with performances by Drake and Future suddenly acted as if she did not exist.
Check this out, check this out, check this out, check this out. Whoever doesn't wish me happy birthday, I don't care if it's at midnight or 11 midnight tomorrow night. Whoever doesn't wish me happy birthday, I bet you won't hear from me again. I swear to God, that's the one woman.
And Iyanna says this was nothing new. This was classic Floyd. Present when it helps him, distant when it does not. Her father once paid $50,000 just to have Nicki Minaj appear at her 14th birthday. He gave her a Mercedes G-Wagon while smiling for cameras and posting selfies with other celebrities. But when her life started to fall apart in public and in painful ways, Floyd was nowhere to be seen. Still, he would keep posting about being a great father, sharing photos with his other kids, and writing captions like, "Never claimed to be perfect, but I strive to be the best father possible."
You don't see like the human in you a lot.
Yeah,
of
you know,
people on the outside.
Yeah, I'm proud of my daughter, because even though she's a little young to have a baby, 21, and she'll be 22 this year, but I'm proud of her. I'm proud of NBA young boy. Very, very talented.
Recently, boxing analyst Chris Algieri echoed these concerns in a viral post. At his peak, he made $300 million in one night against Manny Pacquiao, with the event earning over $500 million worldwide, Algieri wrote. But under the flashy image and undefeated record, a troubling money situation has surfaced. One filled with IRS debt, unpaid workers, and real estate fraud claims. This was no longer just fan talk. It was a former boxer turned commentator speaking honestly. Algieri pointed out that Mayweather's past motivational spending now looked like the same money habits that had ruined many other athletes who made hundreds of millions. Analysts warned that Floyd's empire was not as solid as he wanted everyone to think. The taxes, the lawsuits, the loans, they were all adding up. He owes a lot of gambling debts, Floyd.
Gambling debts. Floyd, okay? And he tried to plant fake news out here saying that he was in downtown LA giving out money, and then he was at the, the basketball.
And then, as if to add fuel to the fire, Floyd posted on X again. This time he was holding up a WBC championship belt and writing, "Signing memorabilia for my ACT account holders." That post was connected to a cryptocurrency project Floyd is part of. It looked less like a celebration and more like a man trying hard to make money off his name. Fans noticed. Comments under the post were full of doubt. Some called it another way to grab cash. Others said Floyd had not fought in years but was still selling the Money Mayweather image like it was 2015. To them, this was not the behavior of a man who truly had everything. It was a desperate try to keep a shiny image alive.
We appreciate your stance on still wearing Gucci and not bowing down to that. How do you feel about the pressure that the media tried to give you?
Well, you know, this man will tell you from day one, I was born to be a leader. You know, I was born to be a leader from day one. So I want everybody to follow their own dreams, believe in what you believe in.
Even his own father has issued warnings. Mayweather Sr., who played a big part in training Floyd and leading him through his famous career, has been honest about the risks his son is taking. "Look at all the millionaires who go broke," he told the Daily Mail. "When you have this much money, sometimes you cannot control it." He was not exaggerating. Floyd's spending habits are legendary. Luxury cars, private jets, huge homes, expensive watches, and more.
Your career is on the way, man. Let's get rid of a lot of this stuff, man. Get your career right, man, okay? So, man, right now, man, you could move to the top, man. You gotta have private.
Your career is on the way, baby. Let's get the love, man. Get your career right, man. Right now, you are going to have your thing. Another 100 million, 200 million on top of what you already have looks like a lot, Mayweather Sr. added. But you can do all kinds of things with money. If Floyd does the right thing with it, he will be fine for the rest of his life. But you can burn through any amount in 2 years buying possessions, trips, cars, women. Most fighters go down that path. And Floyd, he looks dangerously close to falling down that same hole. But under all of this, what really hits hardest is what Iyanna's story shows. It is not just about money or fame. It is about a father who may have traded his family's trust for the illusion of never being beaten.
One thing about me, I ain't got to do nothing for the rest of my life. I don't got to do it. I can sit at home with mine. I can sit at home with every week.
Usually got more in them.
Call that shit shape. It's late day.
It is late. A man who would rather let his daughter sit in silence than show even a small sign of weakness. A man who flies his grandson on private jets and gives him diamond-covered Rolexes but stays strangely absent when life gets hard. In one of her Instagram posts, Iyanna shared a picture of her baby boy Kentrell Jr. wearing the Rolex Floyd gave him. KJ's papa got him his first Rolex, she wrote, tagging her dad. It was a small nod to the man who, despite everything, still shows up with gifts. But gifts do not erase silence. And for Iyanna, no amount of diamond watches can cover up the feeling that her father might be falling apart while pretending he is flying high. All the while, Floyd keeps presenting himself as untouchable. Whether it is a luxury car post, a crypto promotion, or a training session with one of his sons, the message is always the same. Money is never the problem. Family is always good. Everything is under control. But Iyanna's words say otherwise. And many other fighters have agreed with her.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. It's get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
Yeah, it took, it's been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money is gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your, your local hosting in a nightclub because you need that action right now.
Do you think you should step back in the ring?
You should step back in the ring. Amir Khan did not just speak up to talk about money. He used Floyd Mayweather's reported money problems as a way to bring up a much bigger and more controversial issue. According to Khan, it is sad if Mayweather is really broke. But then he quickly puts on a smile and reminds everyone that it is karma doing its job. At first, this sounds like typical athlete ego clashes. Rich men arguing over who spent money better or who fell harder. But it soon becomes clear Khan was not there to discuss finances. He was there to express his anger at Mayweather's political ties, and everything else was just extra. Boxing Dr. News.
Amir Khan's comments on Floyd Mayweather's finances have sparked controversy, highlighting Mayweather's support for Israel without acknowledging Palestine. Concerns about bias, accountability, and public responsibility have been raised. The debate shifts focus from Mayweather's boxing skills to the character implications of his political.
The conversation moves from Mayweather's boxing ability to what his political views say about his character. Khan started by making fun of Floyd's reported trouble keeping up an American lifestyle while living in Dubai. He suggests Floyd may be so deep in debt that he will have to step back into the ring, maybe for 1 or 2 fights just to get by. In Khan's mind, the man who once threw dollar bills around strip clubs and posted million-dollar bets like they were selfies is now struggling, trapped, and watching his empire fall apart. But more than the money, what bothers Khan, what really makes his voice turn personal, is Mayweather's decision to publicly support Israel during the ongoing war in Gaza.
Floyd Mayweather caught up in Dubai. Is he stuck there? Some people are like, nah, man, that's some nonsense. No, he really is. He's stuck there because he borrowed some money, he gambled it all away from a casino over there, and he can't get the hell out of there. You have seen Gervonta Davis all over the internet. He's been clowning him. He said, hey, he tried to...
He is showing off money and being extremely rich, so he tries to put everyone else down. Khan says, not holding back. But when we show off money, we invest it. Look at him backing Israel, saying he will support their soldiers. I have lost a lot of respect for him. And this right here is the turning point. The moment where talk about money fades into the background and something heavier comes forward. According to Khan, Mayweather's support is not political. It is a business deal. The Israeli side has 100% offered him money. He claims people approached us too, telling us to support Israel for financial gain. We said no. Floyd said yes.
When I stood behind Israel, I wasn't looking for an award. I thought I did what was right. And if that's, when you choose your side, you stay on that side. And this is the side that I chose.
Khan presents himself as someone with principles, someone who refused to be bought. In contrast, he describes Mayweather as a man who would take any side if the money was right. There is anger in his voice, a sharpness that says this is not just about war or even about money. It is about betrayal, moral lines, and a grudge that has been building for a long time. But Khan does not stop there. He goes further, bringing up unconfirmed rumors and shady gossip about Floyd's alleged trouble with the law in Dubai.
Floyd Mayweather the fraud. Floyd Mayweather posted a picture of him in Palestine and he wrote Israel and wrote that he stands with the people of Israel. And then he posted another picture saying he stands with the people of Israel. And then he has the nerves to say, I stand for peace. I mean, clearly these people do not stand for peace because this conflict has not begun 4 days ago. This conflict began 75 years ago. I haven't seen any of these people speak up for any.
This is only from government people, Khan says, almost as if admitting his source is weak somehow makes it stronger. They said it was about bad checks, not paying for things, taking items, and leaving. He claims Mayweather was arrested, put under house arrest, and could not leave Dubai until the debts were settled. He might have to go back for 1 or 2 fights, but I do not think he will want to return to Dubai again.
Do another official fight, octagon boxing, a real fight.
Well, you know, they came to me talking about the Khabib, the Khabib fight. Khabib called me out. I didn't call Khabib out. They said it has to happen in the octagon. I said, well, you just tell me where Khabib has made 9 figures before in the octagon. Right. If he hasn't made 9 figures, he's not the A side. So I'm the A side. If you guys want the fight to happen, you must come my way. So, my way, my rules.
There is something strange about how Khan says all of this. The vague mention of government people, the lack of proof, no court records, no official statements. It is gossip, and not even first-hand gossip. This feels like a friend of a friend said this in a WhatsApp group. Yet Khan speaks with the confidence of someone reading from a real legal document. He is not interested in proving anything. He wants to paint Mayweather as a man in decline morally, financially, and socially. And then, just to add more fuel, Khan brings up his old issue with Donald Trump. Apparently, Trump turned down an invitation to Khan's fight with Canelo Alvarez. He tweeted, "I will not be at the Canelo-Khan fight." Khan recalls with what sounds like leftover anger. This happened during the peak of Trump's anti-immigrant statements, and Khan, along with Oscar de la Hoya, clearly wanted to turn the invite into a political moment. "We offered him a free ticket," Khan says. Oscar pushed for it, but he did not come. Khan even joked at a press conference that it might be his last fight in the U.S., especially under the Trump administration.
I'm happy, but we're never happy. When we had Trump before, we didn't appreciate him, but I think Trump is a great president. Actually, he's the best president in my eyes. He's the best president we ever had. Great businessman, and that's what it's about.
Yeah, and the way the Days cabinet thing, you probably went around here, it was really phenomenal. To the point you talked about, team, putting together a great team,
yes,
put together a fantastic.
The irony here is strong. Khan, who once took public shots at Trump, now calls him a very good man, praising him as a businessman and saying he wants peace. It is hard not to see this as a calculated softening, maybe to stand in contrast with his total rejection of Mayweather's political choice. It is as if Khan is remaking himself as the principled one, the reasonable one, someone who once disagreed with Trump but can now see the good in him. While Mayweather's actions, in Khan's view, are purely selfish and corrupt. Khan's rant was never really about Floyd's money. That was just the hook. What he truly wanted to say, what sits behind every sentence, is that Floyd Mayweather backed the wrong side. He did not just show off his wealth, he showed off his loyalty. And in the court of Amir Khan's public opinion, that is unforgivable. The karma Khan speaks of is not financial karma. It is ideological karma. He believes Mayweather is paying the price for picking money over morals, for supporting a side in a conflict that Khan clearly feels very strongly about.
Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement.
And if that was not enough, even Oscar de la Hoya could not resist sharing his opinion. During one of his clapback Thursday Instagram segments, the Golden Boy expressed his frustration with Mayweather's recent run of exhibition fights. While he did not talk about the political drama or the reported money problems, de la Hoya's comments added to the growing criticism of Mayweather's current situation. The main message was the same. Floyd is doing too much, saying too much, chasing too much. It is as if the legends of boxing are watching one of their own go off track, and they are not staying quiet about it.
Life is expensive, but come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you.
De La Hoya, who has fought with Floyd both in the ring and in public, has long criticized these show fights. To him, each new exhibition takes more away from Mayweather's legacy. Floyd once boasted about retiring without a loss and about mastering the business of boxing. But these exhibitions, which feel more like a carnival than real fighting, make that legacy seem weaker with every round. To some people, it is all starting to look like a desperate way to grab more money.
Money made all day. You know, right here, a light $1 million. Over there, counting up another $1 million over there. Walk with me, ladies and gentlemen. Let me take you into my life. So Andrew Jackson, of course, is on the 20.
Alright everyone, stay tuned for the latest in boxing news, highlights, events, and stories. Subscribe to and turn on notifications so you never miss an update. Be sure to watch our other videos too. Until next time, take care and stay safe.